These are the shapes that I was talking about, these pan shapes that you can use with younger kids. I don't see. It's a balance scale. There we go. Okay. So a good exercise to do with your students, or good practice, before I would introduce algebra or variables, I might try something like this, where you can put in, if you click over here, if somebody wants to come up and do it, you can come up and just copy one of these, and you can see how to balance each side out and what happens. Anybody want to figure one out? An easy one.
Just call on someone.
Oh. All right.
Balance it?
Yeah, if you do, all right, I'll do one that's not on here. Let's see if I can figure it out.
I can do it.
Okay, so if you do 12, right, plus, let's do, or maybe let me clear. I'll go back. If I do, okay, 12 plus 10 is 22, and I'll do minus 1. That'll bring me to 21, and I touch this, and I can do 7 times 3, 21. And so I'm showing both equations here and how they're expressed differently, but yet they mean the same. Okay, so you can add exponents in here. You can, it's just a good way to get kids used to expressing the same number different ways, and trying to, to figure out how you can get one side to equal the other. Okay. One of the other things that I learned is that the equal sign in algebra, people, students take it. We've talked about this. They think that, they take it very literal, but and they take it that this has to equal that, and it has to be expressed in that nominal form. But yet, this is one way of expressing the same equality, just in different ways. Okay, and the sheet that's here just explains to you how to do it. Okay, so and that's the worksheet, the interactive. So I might do that, as I'm working on it, as I'm introducing algebra and thinking about doing variables, gauge where the students are in terms of understanding that part. And now, we're all right with the summary. Okay. This interactive, oh no, I think I'm 10 minutes left. Okay, so now here's the activity. Yay! What I'm going to ask you guys to do, this is called a variable machine. And it's just a fun way to get kids used to plugging in numbers. And this is how you could make it. Just to save time, I'm going to ask you guys to make it like this, where you assign each letter a number, okay? So I'll ask you to just hand that out and just write your numbers straight down. So if I was doing this in class, I would split the paper in two. You could tape it together, and you could even start like, give D the value of 1 and offset everything and change the value of whatever it is you're going to try and plug in. So when you're done doing that, when you finish the writing your chart, what I want you to do is find the value of your name. We'll do your first name first, okay? And then I want you to think of a word, the shortest word with the highest value. And we'll see who can come up with the shortest, the least amount of letters with the highest number value.
Numbers straight across, or are we adding, just list the numbers, or are we adding them?
You're adding them to come up with the total value for your name. Okay. So we'll just go around the room and see who has the word, who has the name with the highest value. One way.
You mean first name?
First name.
So it's 2, 3, 5, 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 9.
Can you add them together and come up with your total value?
Okay.
Okay. Jack?
65.
You have 65.
32.
Andrew?
65.
Okay.
62.
79.
Wow. So Annette, go ahead. Oh, you, I'm sorry. Alana?
37.
How much? 105. You have 105?
Your first name?
Okay, so far we're topping off at 105.
75.
Okay.
18.
18. Okay, so we had 105 and 79, I think, right, Annette? That was yours? Okay. Can anyone explain why how we can get to 105? How does that happen? What are we looking for then in a name? Using these input values.
Letters that are further down in the alphabet because the value's higher.
Right. So the more the letters that are down here are going to be worth more than up here. How can we change that? How can we change that?
Like another way to get.
No, just another way to, let's say, change the values. What would we do if we wanted to change the values? Make these less or make these more?
You could start at like 1 is Z.
Right. We could work backwards. What else could we do?
You could do every other, so do like 26, 1, 25, 2, 24, 3.
Right, you could do that. These are all. I was thinking we could also add. What if we added? What if we added like +1, +2, +3, and so on? And then we subtracted 5 from here and 4 from here and just did random. We could change the value. Right? And we would be making our own little equations. Okay. Oh, and the shortest word. Who came up with the shortest word?
For short one.
What do you have?
Zoo.
Zoo? Excellent. And how much is that worth?
56.
Anyone else beat that? Jack?
Rut, R-U-T,
And what's that?
59.
Okay.
2 letters I did yo.
Y-O,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
40.
How much?
40.
40. Anyone else?